This is for entertainment purposes only. This short story is only for people over the age of 18.
It was the first real cold snap of the fall. The temperature dropped 40 degrees in a day. This made the gym packed with people that were either in long pants or still wearing their summer shorts. One of those people in shorts was Roger. Roger was not attractive. His hair was a mess of waves of black. His eyes were a dull brown and looked watery. His face had deep lines, making him look older than his early 30s, and the dark stubble on his chin looked better than when he didn't have it. He was short, which made him look pudgy, despite his intense musculature under a normal layer of body fat. He was straining with his 40-pound weights between two taller men with more muscles than Roger and less years. Roger was straining to do another curl with his hand weights, so he didn't notice in the mirror the smoking hot redhead come up behind him. Her red hair was pulled back into a ponytail, down to her waist. Her face was amazingly symmetrical with almond eyes, high cheekbones, and a sharp chin. She had a sloping neck down to firm shoulders and arms on display because of her blue and yellow crop top, which also showed off her large augmented breasts and firm and developed six-pack abs. She was wearing short shorts that matched her top and showed off her powerful legs. Those legs came right up to Roger.
"Hey,"
she said.
"I'm done and going to get my stuff."
With that she walked to the women's locker room. Roger, having heard her, despite the earbuds in his ears, looked at the taller and better-developed guy next to him and assumed she was talking to him. Roger had no illusions that he was handsome. That's why Roger thought that the woman that was well beyond him in looks was talking to someone closer to her league. Roger was lifting the weights high over his head in a repeated pattern when that same redhead came back to him, wearing an open zipped-up jacket and backpack on one shoulder, and said,
"Any idea how much longer you're going to be?"
Roger carefully lowered the 40-pound weights and looked at the redhead blinking. She was looking right at him with her soft brown eyes. Roger re-racked the weights and pulled an earbud out of his head.
"I'm sorry, are you talking to me?"
"Yes."
The redhead said patiently.
"Who else would I be talking to?"
Roger looked up at the guy next to him. The tall guy next to Roger looked down at Roger and shrugged.
"I'm sorry, you must have me confused with someone else,"
Roger said slowly, taking the other earbud from his head.
"Roger, is this one of your jokes?"
The redhead said, looking annoyed.
"I'm not laughing, and my jokes are usually better than this."
Roger noted.
"I'm sorry, who are you?"
"Alice."
The redhead said like she's reminding someone something for the 10th time.
"Alice Coughlin. And you're Roger Hendricks. We live at 7654 Sancroft Road."
"We?"
Roger asked in question. Alice looked concerned.
"What is with you?"
Alice asked, starting to think there was a problem.
"Alice,"
Roger said, looking the woman, who he noticed was taller than him, right in the eyes.
"I have no idea who you are."
"You.
Alice said, looking right at Roger.
You really don't know me."
"I."
Roger started, then said,
"No, I have no clue who you are, or how you know my address."
Alice looked worried now. She licked her lips before saying quietly,
"Our address."
Alice pulled her backpack to her front and fished out a set of keys. She held up a brass one and showed Roger.
"This is the key to the front door of our apartment."
Roger looked at the key and then realized he didn't know his apartment key on site.
"Hang on,"
he said, and left Alice to go into the men's locker room. He came out with a jacket and his own gym backpack. He set up on a table near the front of the gym and well away from everyone else. Alice joined him.
"Let's see,"
Roger said, getting his own keys out. He flipped the key off his clip and held it against the one that Alice was holding. They lined up perfectly. Alice stood there waiting for Roger to accept this fact. Roger looked at Alice, still not believing it.
"What's on the oven mitt?"
Roger asked. Alice seemed to take a second to think.
"Butterflies,"
she said, and then added,
"and probably caked on food since we haven't washed either the mitt or hot pad in forever."
Roger wasn't convinced.
"Where do I keep my TV remote?"
He asked. Alice sighed.
In a wooden cup you made in high school shop class.
Roger was more convinced, but starting to get worried.
Tell me something about me that only someone close would know.
Roger asked. Alice got close, very close with her large breasts and toned body. She quietly said,
I know you have a hypnosis fetish.
Roger stopped breathing.
I also know you don't like taking a woman in the ass because you think it is dirty.
Roger backed up, quickly. He looked around to make sure no one heard. Roger then focused on Alice.
Who are you?
He asked serious.
I am your girlfriend.
Alice said and then got close and quietly said,
I am also your slave, master.
Roger was at a loss for words. He looked at the stunning redhead and thoughts were having a hard time forming. Then, as if some part of Roger's brain had leaned over enough to fall into place, words came slowly out of his mouth.
I might be having a problem.
I get that.
Alice quickly agreed.
I think I should go get the car and take you to the hospital to get checked out.
You have a key to my car?
Roger asked.
Up until 10 minutes ago, I thought it was our car, but yes.
Alice said and then looked at Roger.
Wait right here. I'll pick you up.
Minutes later Roger was getting into the dark blue SUV, nearly swallowed by the dark of night, with Alice in the driver's seat. He had his phone out and was looking through the contacts.
I don't see Alice in here.
Roger said, closing the door and buckling in.
Look under slave Alice, master.
Alice said, getting onto the street.
Slave Alice.
Roger said, looking.
Yes, master?
Alice asked.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to give me a command.
What the hell? There are 2 slave Alices in my phone. What was your last name?
Roger asked.
Coughlin, master.
Alice said, getting onto a state route.
Okay.
Roger said and gave a huff.
What are the last 4 digits of your phone number?
This was a test. Most people can rattle their phone number off the top of their head, but their full phone number. It takes a second to go through the first few digits to get the last 4. If a person doesn't have to take that second, then they've recently memorized their phone number.
8, 2, 3, 7, master.
Alice said, taking that second before speaking. Roger looked at his phone. The number was added 20 months ago.
How do I have so many women in my phone as slaves?
Roger asked, confused.
You really don't know, master?
Alice said.
Now I'm worried. If it was just me you were pranking, fine, but the rest of your slaves? We have to get you checked out, master.
Why do you keep calling me master?
Roger finally asked. Alice looked like she was about to say something, but then took a second. She grabbed her water bottle and took a drink before answering.
You hypnotized me. Or brainwashed me. Whatever. To be your obedient slave, master.
Alice said, finally getting the words out. Roger blinked.
I was sat down in front of your laptop and you ran something you called a dynamic AV algorithm, and after that I obey you.
Alice said.
When was this?
Roger asked. Alice took a second to think.
Like over a year and a half ago. It was late winter, just after Valentine's Day. We've been together ever since.
Alice stated with a smile.
You willingly let yourself be hypnotized?
Roger asked, confused.
Well, no.
Alice admitted.
I was tricked into becoming your obedient slave, but I had no idea what I was missing. I love being your slave, master.
Clearly, the testimony of a brainwashed woman saying she loves being a brainwashed slave will sound wonderful in court.
Roger stated.
Court?
What are you talking about?
Alice asked, concerned.
First off, I should not go tricking people into becoming my slaves.
Roger said, marking things on his fingers.
Second, I know how hypnosis works, and whatever control you think I have over you will not be permanent, and you will break free eventually. Third, you and all the other women in my phone listed as slaves should have their own free will to make choices on their own.
Alice was quiet for a moment.
You don't believe that.
Alice said, stern.
You love making women into your obedient slaves.
Roger was quiet for a moment.
That wasn't on my list.
Roger finally said.
Cards on the table.
Alice said as she took a sharp left turn.
When I met you, I was thinking about leaving my then boyfriend. The only reason why I hadn't left him was I didn't have anywhere else to go. Karen invited me over to play a game with you and Barbara, and while there I got a touch drunk, and you had me sit in front of your laptop. The spiral, the sounds, and the feeling of peace consumed me. When I woke up, you were more important to me than my next heartbeat. That feeling was something I had never felt before. Hearing you not know me right now is ripping my heart apart. I love you on a level that is beyond spiritual. You have my heart, my mind, my soul. I am on the verge of crying my eyes out that you don't know who I am.
Okay, calm down.
Roger said.
Yes, Master.
Alice said and took a calming breath.
I'm taking that as a command to force myself to not have a complete breakdown.
Hypnosis doesn't work like that.
Roger countered.
Yours does.
Alice stated.
I wasn't looking at your laptop for more than 3 seconds before it was shifting, and the audio was changing, and I couldn't look away if someone slapped me. The program only needs to run for about 30 minutes, and anyone, man or woman, comes out obedient to you forever.
It can't be forever.
Roger corrected Alice.
Hypnosis doesn't work like that.
That's why I'm saying yours does.
Alice stated.
Every single time my brain resisted your control over me, I would have a very vivid dream, and I mean like it was actually happening again. I was in front of the laptop again, and my mind was again enslaved to you. I haven't had one of those dreams in months, but at first, it was like every time I closed my eyes I'd open them, remembering that I must obey you.
Dream programming.
Roger said in shock.
I mix dream programming with dynamic shifting of deep hypnotic control using the camera on my laptop to live monitor a person's face and eye changes to change things. I created an adaptive hypnotic brainwashing, dream reinforcing, obedience matrix.
I've heard you use those words before.
Alice said.
Really, I just work the books at Eco Plumbing.
Why haven't I freed you?
Roger asked.
Why do I have so many slaves?
I thought you loved me.
Alice said as if it were painful to say out loud.
I guess if you don't know me, how could you love me? As for all of the other women as your slaves, they love you too, even if they have their own lives, but are always ready for you to use them whenever you want. Before you go and say it is wrong to use women for your own desires. Please, check your feelings, Master.
Roger looked like he wanted to say something. He shut his mouth and sat in his chair. He was thinking as they were coming up on the hospital.
Damn it.
He finally said.
The only way I could get someone as hot as you would be with brainwashing.
You say that now.
Alice stated with a grin.
I look 100 times better now than I did when we first met. My boobs are so much better.
I'm sure I have pictures.
Roger said as they pulled into a parking spot.
Clothed and otherwise.
Alice said, putting the SUV in park. The pair checked into the nearly empty emergency room. 5 minutes after Roger put his information into their computer system, they were ushered back to a room with a door on it. Inside, a male nurse took all of Roger's vitals as Alice looked on in worry. The nurse left, and the pair were left in the room alone.
Could you have hypnotized me to forget you?
Roger asked Alice.
Why the hell would I do that?
Alice asked.
Was our relationship getting stale?
Roger asked.
I'm going to ignore you asking your obedient slave if she was displeased with how her master was treating her.
Alice said.
No, our relationship was not getting stale. Besides, you always had game night to mix things up.
Game night?
Roger asked and would have said more but was interrupted.
What the hell did you do to yourself?
A woman said, barging into the room. She was wearing blue hospital scrubs, but over them was a white lab coat, and around her neck a stethoscope. She had natural blonde hair, cut short to just above her shoulders, and bangs just above her eyebrows. She was average height, but even under her scrubs it was clear she had some muscle tone. Her cheekbones were broad, and her chin small and rounded. Her nose was ever so slightly crooked between her blue eyes.
Hey, Patty.
Alice said.
Hey, Alice.
The doctor said, making sure the door was shut and locked behind her. She pulled down the plastic cover over the wire-reinforced window on the door.
What the hell is going on with Master?
Sorry, Patty. He doesn't remember me.
Alice said, and then added,
He probably doesn't remember you either.
The doctor looked at Roger, sitting on the hospital bed, still in his exercise clothes.
Okay.
Patty said, coming up to Roger and pulling out a penlight. She shined it in his eyes.
Who am I?
She asked. Roger took a second.
Dr. Patty
He looked down at her name tag.
Albertson.
That's cheating.
Patty said, putting her hands into Roger's hair and feeling his skull.
I know we've done worse, but feeling your sweat-wet hair really isn't doing it for me, Master.
Sorry.
Roger said, and then looked up in shock.
Oh shit, you're one of them too. Women I've been having sex with.
Now I know something's wrong.
Patty said, taking her hands away and getting a wet wipe from the wall.
You really don't remember me?
Roger shook his head. He didn't. Patty took Roger's hands. It looked touching until Patty said,
Squeeze my hands, both at the same time.
Roger did as he was told.
No sign of concussion.
Patty said out loud.
I might have an MRI done just to check things out on the inside.
Patty looked Roger in the eyes.
Is this one of your jokes? You really don't remember me?
She asked.
I said the same thing.
Alice said from the corner.
I don't remember either one of you.
Roger emphatically said.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember our strip poker last Friday, Master?
Patty asked.
And having me bend over the sofa while giving me half a dozen orgasms.
Holy shit. I wish I did remember that.
Roger said.
That was a fun night.
Alice said with a distant look in her eyes.
So, was the strip 4-night last night?
Sorry I missed it, you know work.
Patty said, looking in Roger's ears.
Who won?
I did.
Alice stated with pride.
I don't know how I did that, but I won with still having my panties on.
So what did you do to Master then?
Patty asked, looking up Roger's nose. Alice looked confused.
I don't remember.
Alice stated.
I know we had sex with Karen and Jamie. I was on top, but I don't remember what I had Master do.
What are we talking about?
Roger asked.
Do you remember your love for games?
Patty asked.
Oh, I love games.
Roger answered.
Board games, card games, video games. I have a love for games that might be unhealthy.
We have standing orders to keep you away from all casinos.
Alice stated.
3 or 4 times a week, you have some of your slaves come over to play games. Usually, it involves the losers of a round taking off some clothing. The winner, and that usually is you, is whomever still has some type of clothing on, and then has complete command over everyone else that plays.
Roger thought for a moment.
Don't I already have command over you?
Roger asked.
Well, yes.
Patty agreed as she put notes into a datapad.
The games are for you to possibly not have control. You think it's fun to see if one of us can win control away from you. I almost did last week with strip checkers.
Who won?
Roger asked.
You did.
Alice said.
I bowed out because I had a cold and let Yasmin take my place.
When you won,
Patty said, licking her lips.
Yasmin, Christine, and I were all your robotic slaves for the night. Emotionless, blank, and obedient automatons, you took us over and over again, and we complied like the sex machines we thought we were.
Patty said with a shudder.
I'm getting wet just thinking about it.
Wait.
Roger said, looking at Alice.
You and I are boyfriend and girlfriend, and you're okay with this?
If I didn't have a fever over 100, I would have participated.
Alice answered.
You think I could be jealous of you having sex with other women? Master, we are all your bisexual slaves.
Naturally.
Roger asked.
Bisexual, I mean.
Patty and Alice looked at each other.
Not naturally.
Patty answered.
When I was tricked into being brainwashed, I wasn't even bi-curious. When I woke up, I was not only fine with having sex with another woman, but wanted to have sex with anyone you were having sex with, Master.
Again.
Roger said with a touch of anger.
I tricked another woman into being brainwashed.
Fuck you.
Patty said, looking at Roger with a little anger in her eyes. Those eyes softened, and then she said,
Okay, I do want to fuck you, but I'm working. Tomorrow night, I'm off, and you can have me however you want. Back to my point, I don't care that I was tricked into being your slave. I am having more fun than I ever dreamed possible.
Being my obedient slave.
Roger stated, not convinced.
Being with other women who have a shared interest. You.
Patty said.
Master, before I met you, my life was this job and stress and drinking too much coffee and passing out from drinking too much wine. It was Christine that begged me to come over for game night, and when I did, my life changed for the better. You said that your program would help me get 8 hours of good sleep. In a way it did. You commanded me to get 8 hours of good sleep, and I must obey you, Master. Now, I've replaced stress with weightlifting. My food is now healthy. I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. I even am getting those breast implants next month.
Oh, what size did you finally pick?
Alice asked.
I have to look somewhat respectable, so I'm getting the 750s.
Patty said with a smile.
What?
Roger asked.
Sorry. I know computers, not biology.
750 cubic centimeters of silicon, Master.
Patty said with a slight smile.
2 of them, 1 implant for each side.
They usually come in pairs.
Roger said, and the 2 women cracked wide smiles.
That seems rather large.
Well, I won't look like her.
Patty said, jerking her thumb at Alice.
I chose not to take offense to that.
Alice stated.
But I'll look like a woman again.
Patty said with a smile.
You do want me to look like a woman, don't you, Master?
Before you answer that,
Alice said in warning.
check your feelings, Master, and not your honor. Do you think Patty would look better with large breast implants?
Roger looked down at Patty's chest. She grabbed the bottom of her scrub shirt and pulled it up to show 6-pack abs, defined pectoral muscles, and just 2 dark nubs on her chest. Otherwise, she was flat as a map. Roger looked off to the side for a second.
You would look better with some definition on your chest?
Roger finally said.
Thank you.
Patty said, lowering her shirt.
Please, Master, remember this about me if you've forgotten everything else. I am dedicated to you. I have my job, and I am focused on improving myself, but top of mind is pleasing you, Master. I will forever please you until I can't. This is what I want for myself.
Because I brainwashed you.
Roger stated.
Brainwashed me to be a better person.
Patty stated.
I could weigh 300 pounds and be an alcoholic, or I could dedicate myself to helping people as a doctor and have fun with you in my free time.
Don't you want a husband, children?
Roger asked.
Someday, maybe.
Patty said with a shrug.
I have no illusions that you will be my husband, Master. I know I am a plaything for you right now, and that is the fun part. Children, sure, someday.
Crap.
Roger said, lowering his head.
Hypothetically.
Roger said.
What would you do if I freed you, to live your life as you see fit?
After I got done slapping you for being an idiot, Master,
Patty said with a slight smile.
I would give you a huge French kiss, and then go over to Alice, give her one too. I'd probably feel her up while I'm at it. Then I'd keep doing what I'm doing. I might skip the game nights on my nights off, and instead try and hunt down some guy that is half as good as you. That seems like a lot of work for not much benefit.
You don't like the game nights?
Roger asked.
That's your takeaway from all this?
Alice said from the corner.
The game nights are great.
Patty said, clearly done with her examination of Roger.
They're even more fun when you win. I win whatever. If you freed me, then I would have to, choose to do whatever. I wouldn't be as much fun having to play at being an obedient slave. I'd much rather be an obedient slave, Master. Now, It turns out that Lewis is still here and can get you in for an MRI before he leaves.
One more thing before I get kicked out.
Roger said, holding up his hand.
These game nights, when I lose, do I ever just say no, I won't do that?
Patty looked at Alice with a questioning look.
When Master does lose, however rare that is.
Alice said, serious.
He modified his brainwashing program so he would obey, for that night, or whenever it is set up for the winner's time of control, the winner, totally.
Sounds like you made it, so you can't say no.
Patty stated.
Yeah.
Roger stated, getting off the bed.
I doubt this MRI will show anything, but I'd rather check and make sure.
You know something.
Alice said, collecting their stuff.
Maybe.
Roger said.
I'm still piecing things together. Patty, thank you.
I am at your service.
Patty said, unlocking and opening the door.
I mean that in more ways than 1 or 12. What's the game tomorrow night? Is there a game tomorrow night?
I think Mario Kart was pulled out of the hat.
Alice said, shaking her red head.
I'm going to lose so fast at that.
I was never good at video games.
Patty stated, walking with the couple.
I'm glad I didn't win the lottery.
Lottery?
Roger asked as Patty saw them to the elevator and pushed the button for them.
Of which women get to be in game night?
Alice said, waving goodbye to Patty as the doors closed, and then looking up at the camera in the elevator.
Like you said, you have a lot in your phone. A week in advance, we pick the game to be played, we say out of a hat, but it is a basket, you always joke about that. Then your phone has a lottery program to pick which women participate. Some people have work commitments, or like I was the other day, sick. Some women are on their periods, but that rarely stops you, just cuts out the idea of sex. Some have family commitments, not children or husbands, you make sure no one has those kinds of commitments, but like weddings or birthdays.
It sounds like I don't really want to mess with people too much.
Roger stated. The elevator doors opened and the pair started following the signs to the MRI department.
You're much like any other guy.
Alice said with a grin.
You like your women with large breasts, a healthy and maybe a little beyond healthy muscle tone, and free for you whenever you want.
Just then a middle-aged man stepped out of a door that was labeled MRI. Bald, pudgy face, and a gut that hung out well in front of him.
Hendrix,
He asked and Roger nodded.
please leave any guitars outside and follow me.
I've heard it.
Roger said, following.
It's late and I'm tired, but let's check you out.
The man said with a slight grin. Later Alice was driving the SUV home.
That didn't seem worth it, Master.
Alice said as she looked around and saw no one on the road.
I have good health insurance.
Roger stated, looking at his phone for something.
All that to have everything come back as normal.
Alice scoffed.
Should we start grilling with dollar bills while we're at it?
What's gotten into you?
Roger asked, sounding concerned.
You're not you. Well, you're you, but you're not the master you were this morning.
Alice said, sounding worried.
And how was I this morning?
Roger asked.
Well, for starters, if you were you,
Alice said, giving Roger a quick look.
you'd have your hand down my pants right now.
Roger was about to say.
What?
You drive, I'm giving you a hand job. Or a blow job on longer trips.
Alice said as if it were obvious.
When I drive, your fingers are getting me wet and excited down there, and on longer trips you make sure I don't have an orgasm until we get to an empty patch of road. Since it is night, you absolutely would be making me come all over myself.
That sounds really hot.
Roger said, serious.
Yeah,
Alice sighed.
but you're... Whoa.
Eyes on the road, hands at 10 and 2, slave.
Roger said.
Yes, master.
Alice said as she felt Roger's fingers down the front of her shorts.
You're already wet and excited.
Roger said with a grin, scooting to get closer.
If I am your master, then I could just command you to orgasm, and you would, wouldn't you?
Yes, master.
Alice said, her body starting to shake from the stimulation.
You've done so. Oh fuck, countless times before.
Have I ever made you have an orgasm that wouldn't stop?
Roger asked as his fingers started a rhythm.
One time, master.
Alice said, sweating as she put the vehicle on cruise control.
You had me climaxing. Oh God, the entire time we watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Sounds like something I would do.
Roger said with a grin, and his fingers still moving in Alice's shorts.
Alice, drive safe and orgasm.
Ah. Oh, fuck. 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 Ah.
Alice cried out as her hips bucked against Roger's hand, her knuckles white on the steering wheel.
Oh, fuck, ah. Yes, 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 master. Fuck, that was so good. God damn it. That was great.
Oh, I needed that.
Alice shook for a few more seconds before coming down from her high. A few aftershocks made her body quiver. Roger took his dripping wet hand from her shorts and put them to her lips.
Suck.
Roger commanded. Instantly Alice, keeping her eyes on the road, sucked her own juices off Roger's fingers. After a few minutes it became less sucking and more sensual, to which Roger took his hand from Alice's needy mouth.
We could drive around more so you can have more fun with me.
Alice offered.
I think we need to make it home.
Roger said with a grin.
I'm pretty sure we'll find something there.
A big salad?
Alice asked.
I'm starving.
If there isn't one, I can just order one delivered.
Roger offered.
Well, that's what I want, master.
Alice said with a grin.
What do you want?
Roger was silent for a moment.
I want you to know that I appreciate you.
Roger said evenly.
I want you to not regret being my slave, and that is not a command, by the way.
That's not what I expected you to say, master.
Alice said, not taking her eyes off the road.
You have wants and desires.
Roger said, and held up his hand for Alice to not say what she was about to say.
I know they're focused on me, but I want you to know, if you have anything, and I mean anything, that you even have the slightest inkling of a desire for, I command you to tell me.
Fine.
Alice said.
I want to wear silk panties.
You've thought about this?
Roger said, noting the fast request.
I'm wearing a thong right now.
Alice stated.
Oh, I know.
Roger answered with a smile.
Let me rephrase my request.
Alice said, trying not to sound annoyed.
I want to wear silk panties to bed. I guess you don't remember how you say you want me to wear something sexy to bed every night. Usually that's some skimpy, see-through lingerie, like the thong I have on now. Since shaving off my bush for you, that material chafes. I wake up, and if I'd been wearing them all night, I'm raw and tender, and it sticks with me all day.
See?
Roger said, pointing at Alice as she started taking residential streets.
This is what I want. You may be my slave, but that doesn't mean I have to torture you.
Hey.
Alice said, and then more calmly said,
You can torture me with a vibrator whenever you want. I just don't want to be uncomfortably raw and sore all day.
That's fine with me.
Roger said, and then with dramatic air said,
I command you to wear whatever you want to bed, as long as it isn't a chastity belt.
Scrapping plan A.
Alice joked.
I guess that means you're keeping me as your slave?
After everything that has happened tonight, yes.
Roger said.
For now. So, I was thinking. I'm betting I introduced this game night to make things more interesting. So it wasn't just me getting my dick wet all the time.
You've said that, or something like that, many times before.
Alice stated.
You'd quote your grandfather saying, you can't laugh, fuck, or dance forever.
For all his racist, sexist, bigoted ways, Grandpa was smart in others.
Roger admitted.
He's the one that got me into computers. He's ultimately the one that started me on the path of enslaving you. I don't want to free you, I don't want to lose you, but I don't want you to be unhappy.
Sounds like love.
Alice stated.
It does, doesn't it?
Roger joked.
So, anything else about our current situation you'd like to change?
Get a new shower curtain.
Alice said as she pulled into the parking spot.
What's wrong with the shower curtain?
Roger asked as they got out of the SUV.
The Battle of Midway?
Alice said, shocked.
I get up in the middle of the night to use the toilet, and I'm confronted with a tableau of burning sinking ships. It is disturbing and doesn't come close to matching the rest of the bathroom.
Whatever.
Roger said, looking annoyed.
Fine, whatever, take away my favorite war-type movie. I give you permission to get whatever shower curtain you think would look good in the bathroom.
About time.
Alice said, unlocking the front door to their apartment. The pair walked in, and as Roger shut the door, Alice dropped to her knees. She put her hands behind her head and opened her mouth wide. Roger blinked.
Is this something you usually do?
Roger asked.
Yes.
Alice said, still on her knees.
Whenever we're alone, I must offer you a blowjob as soon as we get home.
Wow.
Roger said, and his erection was obvious in his shorts.
That is so hot.
I am for your pleasure, master.
Alice said, not moving. Just then a voice came from up the stairs.
Fuck, it's about time you two got home.
A female voice said at the top of the stairs. From down the carpeted stairs came a pixie-like brunette woman. Her brown hair had yellow highlights. Her face was small with brown eyes and an upturned button nose. Her cheeks were a little pudgy, and her chin was rounded. She had extremely large gravity-defying breasts that were on display because she was naked. Her middle was slim and just starting to show some muscle tone. Her bush was shaved off, and her legs were long and just starting to get some muscle definition.
Master probably doesn't remember you.
Alice said, still on her knees.
Oh, I know all about that.
The woman said quickly, and extended her hand to Roger.
Hi, I'm your slave Karen. If you don't want to have Alice service you with her mouth, you can have any of my holes you'd like.
Does she always talk fast like this?
Roger asked Alice while shaking Karen's hand.
She doesn't stop talking sometimes.
Alice said, looking annoyed.
Karen, why are you even here?
To put things back in order.
Karen said and rubbed her hands together.
I really hope you two had fun reconnecting.
There it is.
Roger said as if expecting things.
I'm confused.
Alice said from her knees.
Alice, please stand up.
Roger said, and Alice got to her feet with a helping hand from Roger.
You won the game last night.
Roger said.
She wanted to know if you really did want to keep us as slaves.
Karen started talking.
So, when she won last night, she had this idea of a hard restart. She made it so when you two went to the gym tonight, you would forget all about her, and us, and the computer program that made us your slaves.
I don't remember any of this.
Alice said.
Wait for it.
Roger said.
Right.
Karen continued talking fast.
So, Master would forget about his slaves, but he wanted a twist on things, so Master had you, Alice, forget that you had him forget. So, did it work? Are you two in love still?
Can I just command you to slow down when you talk, so you don't talk fast?
Roger asked Karen.
I don't talk fast, Master. You talk too slow.
Karen stated as if it were obvious.
I never stopped loving you, Master.
Alice said to Roger.
When you didn't know who I was, it hurt in ways that you wouldn't believe.
You were a complete stranger to me just a few hours ago.
Roger said, taking Alice's hands in his.
Now, I don't want to think about life without you. Your concern and focus and drive is more than I'm worthy of. Alice, I love you.
Alice looked like she was about to cry tears of joy.
I love you too.
Alice said, sounding like she was about to choke on her tears. Karen stuck her head between the two lovers.
Do you want me to say the command phrase to give you your memories back?
Karen asked. Roger sighed.
Yes, please.
He said.
Ah, he said please.
Karen marveled at that.
Memory games.
Oh.
Alice said in shock.
Wow, that's a lot.
Roger said as memories came back to him. He turned to Karen.
Really, your sister?
She's a bitch, or was before you, Master.
Karen answered.
So it's late, I'm tired, it's cold, and I don't feel like putting on clothes. Can I stay the night, Master?
Ask the lady of the house.
Roger offered Alice.
I need a shower and food in that order.
Alice said, heading for the stairs to go up.
Then, I don't mind Karen staying over if she sucks on my nipples until I fall asleep.
If I don't fall asleep first.
Karen said.
Food sounds good too. I haven't eaten since lunch, waiting around for you. Should I make something for the three of us?
Sure.
Roger said with a grin.
And since I remember how much fun it was the other night, robotic chef activate.
Karen snapped straight as a pin, her breasts jiggling for long seconds.
Robotic. Chef. Activated.
Karen said, her speech slowing and becoming robotic.
Make a meal for the three of us to share.
Roger commanded.
I will obey, Master.
Karen said and robotically went into the kitchen.
Are you going to join me, Master?
Alice asked from upstairs.
On my way, slave.
Roger said with a grin.
I'll get to enjoy my shower curtain one last time.
Oh, I can put it back up for you, Master.
Alice said, standing naked in the hallway, holding a rumpled sheet of plastic.
We might need some duct tape.
Forget it.
Roger said with a wave of his hand.
That's not a command, by the way. I never want either of us to forget the other again.
Roger leaned forward and gave Alice a passionate kiss. Alice dropped the forgotten shower curtain and stepped into his warm embrace. The kiss was long, hot, and hard. When they finally broke off and both were getting their breath back, Alice said,
I should do something to you that you'll never forget, Master.
Now there's a game.
Roger said, taking his clothes off.
The end. This was a work of fiction. Any similarity between people, living or dead, is purely coincidence. This scenario did not, or should not, have happened in real life. Thank you for listening.